You are listening to The Art of Sales. Everyone sells every day, and this is your source for conversational, real-world sales and prospecting methods that you are comfortable using and that get results. You'll help people buy instead of pushing them into being sold. Here's your host, Art Sobczak.
At age 19, his application to the Harvard Business School was rejected, and he was devastated at the time. However, after exploring his other options, he quickly regrouped and sent in a late application to Columbia, where two investment experts that he really admired were teaching at the time. Well, he was accepted. There, he learned the values and principles that guided his investing. Today, he's the third wealthiest man in America and the most famous stock investor in the world. Of course, talking about fellow Omahan Warren Buffett. And no, when I lived there, I did not know him, met him. And no, he didn't call me for investment advice. Buffett is a big believer in looking for the opportunities in setbacks, which is what all great salespeople do as well. In a Wall Street Journal article, Buffett said, "The truth is, everything that has happened in my life that I thought was a crushing event at the time has turned out for the better." He said that, with the exception of health problems, setbacks teach lessons that carry you along. You learn that a temporary defeat is not a permanent one. In the end, it can be an opportunity. And Buffett has many examples of negatives becoming positives. He said when he was young, he was terrified of public speaking. So much so that he sometimes threw up before a presentation. So knowing he needed to do something, he enrolled in a Dale Carnegie speaking course and says that the skills he learned there enabled him to woo his future wife, who was a champion debater. He said, "I even proposed to my wife during the course. If I had been only a mediocre speaker, I might not have taken it." Meaning that the extreme negativeness of the situation is what resulted in the positive. I have a process I've used many years that enables me to keep my own personal attitude up during even the most difficult situations and find positives in negatives. And although it sounds cliche, turning problems into opportunities. And I believe it will do the same thing for you like it has for so many of my clients and customers. So whenever you experience something that you perceive as being negative, and a lot of those fall into that category, I mean, really now, how many people blow things way out of proportion? Or you're faced with something that truly is devastating. Well, take a deep breath, stop, clear your mind, then ask yourself these two questions. Number one, what can I learn from this? And number two, what good can I make from this? So begin implementing those two questions, and I know you're going to view things differently and see more opportunities where they might not have been there otherwise. And this is especially true for lost deals. When you get a no, and let's say you've been chasing a prospect for a long time and they go with the competition, you can apply these two questions and look at it from a different perspective. Now, how about never experiencing rejection again in sales? And that's in the title of 3 of my books. And I've been criticized by some people over the years for making that claim about not experiencing rejection. Of course, those people who criticized me never took the time to read the part of the books where I show exactly how you can avoid rejection. And I'm going to give you the simple process right now. Okay, so first, let's define it. What is rejection anyway? Is it a no that you hear at the beginning of a call? Is it losing out on that competitive proposal? Is it even being hung up on? Well, if you think any of those things is rejection, well, they are. Now, I'm not going to get all out there woo-woo philosophical on you, but let's keep this simple. Stuff happening to you in sales, such as getting no's, is inevitable if you're placing calls. Now, what happens to you, the no, that's not rejection itself. Rejection is the definition that anyone attaches to what happens to them. No one person or situation can cause you to feel rejected unless you allow it to. So change your definition of rejection so it does not include getting a no on a simple sales call. After no's, ask yourself those 2 questions that I just presented. Ensure you get a win on every call by accomplishing something or even attempting something, regardless of how minor. This is what I call a secondary objective. More than almost any other profession, how you feel when you are performing your sales and prospecting job affects your outcome. Now, coupled with the fact that all day long we proactively put ourselves in situations where the outcome may not be the one we desire, well, there's little wonder most people would never consider sales as a career, and many have left because they couldn't handle what they defined as that thing called rejection. And that further emphasizes the need to follow the process like I just outlined. So let me congratulate you. You are a special person for doing what you do in sales. And to continue surviving and thriving and ensuring you're going to have your best sales year ever, I encourage you, implement these ideas for turning challenges into opportunities, just like Warren Buffett, and never experiencing rejection again. All right. Hey, you know what time it is.
Your attitude will be iron. Every way you'll never feel what they say. It's the art of the sales. Quote of the day.
That's right. Time for the quote of the day. And today's quote comes from Mark Twain. And Mark says, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sales, explore, dream, discover. Wow, great advice and timeless advice as well. Hey, if you're getting value from this show, would you do a favor for a couple of colleagues? Let them know. Send them to the show site, theartofsales.com, theartofsales.com. And also, I would appreciate a review over at iTunes if you're getting value, because those are so meaningful in helping other people find us. I've got a free ebook of 501 telephone sales tips. If you don't have that already, go to our blog, smartcalling.com. You can pick up your free copy there, as well as see several hundred other sales tips that can help you get more business right now. Thank you so much for investing your valuable time with me. Go out and make it your best sales day ever. I'm Art Subcheck.